Alright, let's get started on moving the cables on your LED sign. I'll walk you through it step by step, so just follow along. The first step is to remove the LED module. You'll need a 3mm hex key with a T-handle for this. Place the key into the two holes in the center of the module to unlock it. There's one hole near the top and another near the bottom. Once unlocked, carefully remove the module. For the main side, remove the two bottom left modules. On the secondary side, remove the second module from the left. On the cabinet from the left, look for the 4 screws that are holding the bottom cover in place. Grab a Phillips screwdriver and go ahead and remove those screws. Depending on what type they are, they might be number 1 or number 2 Phillips screws. If they are number 1, do not reuse them. Just toss them and use the number 2 screws we provided. Once you've got those out, take the cover off and set it aside. Next, grab the cables you need for the main cabinet. That's going to be the antenna cable, the sensor cable, the power cable, and the signal cable. Go ahead and pass all those through the opening on the second cabinet. Once that's done, put the bottom cover back in place and secure it with the number 2 screws. Now, remove the cover from the power cable. Loosen the terminal screws and remove the old power port. Then, reconnect the power cable for the power supply. Now, connect your new power cable, making sure you're matching the cables correctly as you go. Black to black, white to white, green to green. And remember, make sure the first row of cables is lying face down so that there's room for the additional cables that go on top. The cables on the bottom are going to be facing down and the cables on the top are going to be facing upwards. Alright, now let's handle the signal cable. At the bottom of the cabinet, you'll see the 2 Ethernet ports on the card, 1 and 2. Leave cable number 1 plugged in. That's going to your control card. Remove cable number 2 on the right. Now take the cable labeled signal and plug it in to the second port on the video card. Once that's in, pull out any excess wire, but make sure you leave enough slack so nothing is stretched too tight. Now let's connect the sensor cable. Pull the sensor through the port on the left. You will see a middle connector. Just loosen it to remove the old sensor cable. Now, take the new one, line up the pins, and push it in. If it does not go in smoothly, twist it while you push and it should slide right in place. Once it's in, secure the connection. Next, we will take care of the antenna cable. Pass it through the port on the left and plug it into the left port on the PoE adapter. Double check and make sure that you connect it to the PoE port and not the LAN port. Let's do a quick check before moving on. At this point, you should have the power cable connected, the signal cable connected, the sensor cable connected and the antenna cable connected. Now, tighten the bottom cap and clean up any loose wires before moving to the other side. We're going to repeat the same steps on the opposite side. So, remove the bottom cover, pass through the power and signal cable, and secure the cover in place. This time, the signal cable will be connected to the port on the left, which is number 1. Once that is done, verify everything is correct. Power cable is connected, and the signal cable is going to the first port. Almost done. Now, go to the power port on the back of the sign and remove it. Then, install the blank power port to fill the slot. Last step. Make sure both power cables are properly connected, then attach them to your junction box or breaker. And that's it. If you run into any issues or if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us at 866-343-4011 or visit our website at ledsigncity.com.